Thank you, Dr. Brule. Hello, friends. Welcome to Sips and Sneaks. As always, hosted by yours truly and my main man, who just happens to be my brother-in-law, SJ. How goes, my friend? Are you chilling?
I'm chilling, extra chilling hard today. Pretty excited. I actually copped those Amaro 3s that I said I wasn't going to cop. It was exclusive access on Nike, and I did cop. I got to see them. And then I'll make the decision if I should trade them in, or not trade them in, but if I should return or sell. So we'll
Okay.
see. We'll
Oh,
see.
that's sick, man. I mean, again, a successful cop. I mean, that's very rare for you. I mean, again, if you caught our episodes from, past couple of weeks, S was a little down on himself, saying he's not that good at it. And, he was totally just being very self-deprecating. I don't like that.
Yeah.
'Cause you know what?
To tell you the truth, though, like they're not doing that well in the resale market, and I think people are waiting for the fours. So I think it was an easy. So I'm gonna like downplay my dub and be like, it was still kind of a mid, kind of bricky dub. So
God,
I'll take
you
it
just
though.
don't know
I'll
when to
take it.
just stop, right? Because, like, I mean, we're getting people to buy in, and then you're like, you know what? Actually, it sucks. Like, it's like this is nothing job. But okay, again, watch this space, and again, tune into our regular scheduled program for a more detailed breakdown of that cop. But again, as I was saying, as for today, man, we're actually back for another Sprintz episode. That's
Hell
right,
yeah.
folks. Hope you got
Run.
your shoes ready to just, run fast, run quick, and or run not for a long time kind of thing.
Yeah, run Forrest run, baby. Also, Jenny's a villain, right? Like we can take this offline, but she was a villain. But anyway, go ahead.
Of course. I mean, we don't even, yeah. I mean, I should have expected that. I mean, that's on me, guys. That was in the models to have that little detour, but get us right back on the bus because we are sprinting. So again, today, man, we are actually talking about I'd say a friendly sip that folks need to know, and they should just truly have around for a multitude of reasons. So again, it is a sip. It's not a wine, so that's just a little spoiler right there. But don't worry, we'll break it down for everyone and make it make sense. Also, we have a draft from the twisted mind of SJ himself. You've seen him, a couple custom, shoes he's made, and they've been a little out there. But also, we have now a draft from the weirdo himself. No offense, that's endearing. It involves food, it involves the movies, shoes, and even some law breaking too. So is that kind of right? Did I kind of touch all the notes pretty much?
Definitely touched all the notes. I'm into nefariousness. If you ever hit me up, I'm a very nefarious kind of individual. So basically, yeah, I just came up with this shit because I do this on the reg. So boom,
Okay.
we're gonna play this game.
Totally turned myself in nefariousness. I mean, we'll wait to hear in the booth if that's actually a word or not. So we'll circle back.
Nefarity.
Nefarity. That's it. That's
I don't think that's but again,
I know it's not. I was just trying to, again, detour, keep the wheels rolling kind of thing. So again, these sprints, as always, they are short in length, but still, again, as you clearly noticed, the first 3 minutes, still the same nonsense. So they're meant to be consumed like on your commute. Maybe you're making dinner. Maybe you're taking your dog for a walk. Shorter and maybe more digestible, if you will. And if you are having some troubles with digestion, you definitely want to stick around maybe for this sip we're going to talk about. So that's a little another cough, cough, wink, wink, little teaser. That's what we call in the biz as a teaser.
I love that. I absolutely love that. I didn't know that's a thing. I get the digestion problems all the time.
Oh, well,
actually, I don't. My stomach's a fucking... I'm lying to you, dude.
Awesome,
my stomach is a fucking tank, dude. I got...
All right.
Yeah.
So again, just trying to get through the intro, my friend, but these sprints will always feature a couple aspects from the main episodes. So again, but also with those random bits sprinkled in there as well. So again, if this is your first sprint, go back and listen to a couple we've already done before. You kind of get the gist. Again, these are always going to be kind of inputted randomly as a way to kind of shock the bod, mix it up a little bit, mix up the cardio kind of thing, or even like switching up like from like your go-to order, like from a restaurant or whatever. Like, like, do you do that often, or you kind of just?
I have two like cocktails that I like siphon through. So like I rotate, depending on what I'm eating, and it's a dirty martini and an old fashioned. But
basic.
I know, but I could definitely see this as a pregame kind of thing. We're about to go out. Hey, let's dance a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Already in the pregame stage. Okay, we will address that. But okay, last thing before we get going, my friend. I know we're trying to sprint, but if folks do like these, please let us know. If you hate them, please let us know. Again, we will respond accordingly. With that, S, I'm finally ready to get rolling into this. Let me ask you real quick before we even tell you the name of the sip. Have you had this in the past? Yes or no?
No, not at all. I didn't even know what it was called because is it Chinar? Cynar?
Close. It's close. So that's pretty much, I mean, he did kind of spoil the name, but it is what we're having right now. We're having some Cynar Amaro. So
Chinar
if you want to call
Amaro.
Cynar, I mean, that's fine. But I've always heard it's been Cynar.
Chinar Amaro.
Cynar
Okay.
Amaro. So, which we'll get into a little bit. So, real quick with Cynar, it's an Italian digestive. So, unlike an aperitif that is meant to be consumed, before the meal, digestives are meant to be consumed really after the meal. So,
Wow. Okay.
which we'll get into. So, I know you said a pregame, which okay. I mean, well, again,
I
you
like
could
to
always
eat before I drink, so you know what I'm saying. It's a pre.
it's a pre-drinker kind of thing. But
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right, I get that. So just a quick backstory on Cynar, my friend. It started in 1952 in Italy, and it's made up of 13 herbs and plants. The most prominent item is an artichoke. So
Is that what I'm getting right now? Because it's the first sip is like a herb garden. You know what I'm saying? That
okay.
just went feral, dude. Like it's growing. It's like The Last of Us. But go ahead.
All right, sick. God, I love this. But you might be getting that. I mean, but the big thing is, it's their main ingredient is artichoke. You'll see it on the label. That is an artichoke. That is derived from the name of an artichoke, which is Cynara sulcomus. I'm sure
Oh
I'm
shit! Is that the scientific
botching
name?
that last one. I
Like
think that's
the
the scientific name.
species, genus, like kind of shit. I forget what it is.
Kind of, but if they
okay.
they couldn't really do the second part. That's not really marketable. But Cynara, they could work with. So they just dropped that extra A, and then here we are. So I gotta ask though, are you like a big artichoke guy?
I love fried artichokes.
Okay.
However, I will never fucking make a fried artichoke. That shit is from the can, bro. I will never, or the jar. Like I'm never. You ever see an artichoke?
They're nasty, dude. There's one on the
Dude,
bottle right now.
Like it looks like a car engine that, like, the first person that ate an artichoke was hungry,
Was starving.
as fuck. Yeah.
Fucking starving,
for real,
dude.
He was. Oh man.
There's
Holy
so
shit.
much work that goes into just trimming it or dressing it or whatever, and it's like, oh my god! Like at one point you're like, all right, fuck this, dude. All the leaves you got to tear off and cut.
The flesh isn't even that great, to be honest with you. Like it's like it is a one and doneer. But I do fuck with fried artichokes. If you get a nice little spritz cheese, some balsamic glaze, like I'll fuck. Yeah, I'll fuck a fried artichoke up, dude.
We don't have an A to Z this episode, but interesting. I didn't know you're an artichoke guy. I'm not an artichoke guy unless, I mean, this is no flex, but like if I'm overseas, maybe in Italy, sure, I'll dabble. But yeah, they got to be fried. Like I'm just not a huge artichoke guy.
You're not a roasted guy, right? Like a roasted.
No, I mean, one time I was at a party and someone had like artichoke dip, and it was like with artichoke like flesh, and like people would just bite and just like
it's just like
slide
the membrane,
it off.
bro. The membrane, like, dude. That's like
I'll just have some chips. Like,
it reminds me of like you ever have a crab claw, and then like the shit that's like after the meat, like that just hangs out. I don't even know what to call that, but
probably some cartilage or something.
Yeah, it's definitely like cartilage. Always gets stuck in my throat though if you're chomping hard, But anyway, neither here nor there.
Always neither here nor there. But okay. Back to Cynar. So I got to mention real quick. So Cynar is considered an Amaro. So again, plural form of Amaro is Amari, which means bitter in Italy. And that's kind of like or bitter in Italian, sorry. And Italy is kind of like that ancestral home of where all Amaro comes from.
Gotcha. Okay.
They all have there's towns that will have their own like distinct flavor or style and their own kind of Amaro throughout Italy. The ones I've also seen ones that are kind of like close to Switzerland, like Broglio Amaro, which is kind of near like that Alps border in northern Italy. But you mentioned something at the top of the show, man, how like this would kind of be like a pre-gamer for you. And you're right, like because like Campari, which we've had on before in the Americano, that's considered again that aperitif that's also bitter, but this is more like definitely an upper scale in the the bitter rankings, in the sense that we're like in the levels of it. So this is definitely way more bitter than like those
definitely
Campari, which I love. Right. So what I was kind of getting at again, so all Amaro is pretty much designed for after the meal. They're considered digestives. It's really kind of like to settle your stomach after having like a big meal, right?
Gotcha.
And kind of keep your buzz alive a little bit. Like how it's been explained to me, it's kind of like it's kind of like smelling salts for your stomach, but they taste good, kind of thing.
Okay.
Where
Okay.
it's like, all right, I just had this 4 or 5 course meal. I've had all these great wines. I had some dessert wine. I'm running a little thin right now. My stomach kind of is upset with me. You had a little
Let
bit
me
of
rock with
Amaro,
this.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
you're back golden, my friend.
I think that's why I call it like a pregame kind of thing because I feel like I like post dinner, I'll drink it and then right before about to go out. You know what I'm saying? Like a
Okay.
big dinner. Let's settle the nerve. You know what I'm saying? We had nice wine. We had nice cocktails at dinner. And now it's time to go out. We're going to the club.
Going to the club.
We're going
That's
to
a
the
home run,
club.
dude. That sounds like a home run evening right there. Just like
for certain people, but
yeah, I mean, for certain people. I mean,
you're not a club guy, right? Yeah,
no,
you're
I'm
not
not
a
a club
guy.
guy.
Right?
I mean, I'm a big Irish exit guy, so like I'd be like, yeah, I'll meet you there.
I'm fucking known for that, dude. Like, they're just like, I love getting the text like, "Hey, dude, are you okay?" And it's like I'm already home, and I'm like,
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry,
like,
dude.
yeah, sorry, dude. Like, I just want to go home. I'm a homebody though, so whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, so I think we're in the same boat there. But
yeah,
one thing I do have to mention. So again, what we're having specifically, this Cynar Amaro, it has a ton of versatility. So
okay.
Again, think of like the comedian that can like act and like sing or dance, or even like the baseball player that can play multiple positions in the infield, or
utility
like
guy. Yeah, I feel
utility cat, or like even I was thinking of like last night. I was thinking of like it's someone like a really good supporting actor, like a John Barenthal, right? That's got multiple roles.
Okay.
Mikey's great. He's awesome in The Bear.
Shane in The Walking Dead, dude.
Shane
like,
the Walking Dead. He's
the Punisher.
Great. Yep, Punisher. He was great in Fury. He was great in The Shot Caller. Like, I mean, we could go all day about John Barenthal. The guy's got range.
Wayne Jenkins. I don't know if you've ever watched the show on HBO. It was like the same writer as The Wire. I forget what it's called.
Okay,
but, dude,
he's in it.
And he does the Baltimorean accent, which is by far one of the worst accents in America.
Balmar kind of thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, but he kills it. He kills it.
The cat's got range, brother. Like he
does.
He rocks. He rocks. So that's where I kind of think the versatility of John Barenthal kind of definitely I could see the relation with Cynar. I'm not going to say Cynar is as good as John Barenthal or vice versa, because I mean apples to oranges kind of deal.
Right.
But one thing that I was alluding to again, so Cynar being super versatile, it's not an entry-level Amaro in terms of taste. I mean, definitely price point. I mean, the bottle we're having is a liter bottle that you could find at pretty much all liquor stores, and it runs probably about $30-ish. So it's approachable, from a wall perspective. But again, it's definitely like a step up on the bitter game. So it's definitely not like a white belt. It's maybe a white belt with a yellow stripe, or even a yellow belt kind of thing.
Love that. I one striper. I was a one striper. Then I became.
Do
a
they
black
give out
belt.
2 stripes, or is just the one, right?
For white to yellow in my school. Different dojos have different shit. But but in my school it was it was a one yellow stripe, and then you became a yellow belt because it's like
Same.
So
were you like Tiger Shulman's? No free shouts?
Dude.
Nah,
neither. Beat them motherfuckers in competition all the time though. Like, shout out for having the cool commercials, I guess. But hey,
they did.
Y'all can't fight. But anyway.
Y'all can't fight. Y'all can do self-defense. I get it.
Yeah, y'all can't defend.
So again, the versatility I was getting like kind of alluding to is that like with most Amaro, it's predominantly like you just got to have this after dinner because it's super like bitter. And then on the flip side, which is more entry level Amaro, where that's like definitely sweeter. That's definitely something we'd probably be drinking on our own, like on its own, just on the rocks. Mm-hmm. What we're having today is we're doing a little Cynar and Soda. So it's definitely, we'll put the recipe up, but it's 1.5 ounces of Cynar and about like 4 ounces of sparkling water of your choice. We've been down this road a little bit before, but whether it be Pellegrino, whether that be Topo Chico, I know you're a liquid death guy, murder
big
your
liquid
thirst.
Death guy, yeah.
So that could probably work here, but also maybe finish with like a lemon peel or a lemon wedge and your home run. So
boom.
What I like to do when I have a Cynar and Soda, man, that's normally for like when I've been boozing a little bit and I'm with people who are like, very, intelligent, and I really got to like kind of hold my own. Maybe I've had too much to drink.
Yeah.
I'll order a Cynar and Soda with a little bit of lemon in there. And dude, I'm back. I can coast. It's kind of like getting you like through the middle innings of when you're out.
That's the relief pitcher, dude. I love that shit. Yeah, like
it's not the closer, but it's like the high leverage guy. That's like all right,
setup man. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Like fucking Tom Gordon. I just named There has to be a Tom Gordon. That's
Sir
set up,
Anthony
man.
Dominguez. Yeah.
I just came up with a fucking name. Yeah, I don't
I know
know.
you do. I mean, you know, you don't want me to call you on about it. Sorry, but like, come
Sir
on.
Anthony Dominguez. Love that.
Yes, but yeah, so that's kind of where it's at. Where it's like you could have it at the very end of a meal. You know, it's for your digestion. If you are someone who likes, you know, you're an experienced Amaro drinker, because it is slightly sweet. But like I said, it's not the the white belt, or maybe even not even the white belts with the yellow stripe. It's definitely maybe a yellow belt in terms of bitterness.
Yeah.
But again, so you could have it, like I like to have it, mid throughout the evening sometimes, to hold my own and not, lose my buzz and just totally let everyone else maybe catch up to my level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But one thing as well, lastly, about the versatility with Cynar, man, you can use it in a ton of cocktails. So we're doing the Cynar and soda. You could do Cynar and Coke. You could do it in a Negroni even. So you could replace the Campari with Cynar.
Make it a little more bitter, make
it more bitter. Maybe the Campari is a little too sweet for you. You could do it in a Spritz, not a Sprintz, a Spritz, where it's replace the Aperol with Cynar.
Make that again. So shit, you can play around with this.
Even in a Manhattan. So even, you could, a lot of times with Manhattan, you put those bitters in it. You could swap the bitters and put Cynar in it as well.
And then boom.
And then you're home run. Even Cynar has 2 recipes on the back of the bottle, right?
Yep.
So
yeah.
They have, again, the Cynar and Cola, and they also have a Cynar Manhattan as well. So again, like I said, super, super versatile. I will note that they also have a Cynar 70 that came out in 2010. And that's 70 proof. So folks really want to light their hair on fire.
I love me some Cynar, baby. I need to get drunk off Cynar. Yeah, I like
it. Yeah. Just let it rip. But again, that's like I said, that's kind of the summation of Cynar itself. Again, I'll keep you kind of upright, and I think of it not as necessarily a close routine evening, but that middle reliever, the setup guy, high leverage guy, get us a couple outs, and then we can set up our closure kind of thing. But with all that, I know I've rambled a little bit, my friend, and this is your first time having it.
Yeah.
Give us just your overall thoughts, takeaways with, having a couple sips of this.
Yeah. So again, first sip, it reminded me of you're in a garden, you know what I'm saying? And then it's almost like, hey, do you enjoy nature? And then it's like, yeah, I think I do. It's very floral, if you will.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, and it is a little bitter. It's almost like a burnt caramel, if you get that.
Oh, okay.
You get that a little bit, you're trying to make caramel and then you forget about it and you're like, shit, I gotta stir. Yeah,
you gotta stir real quick and you fucking lose it.
Or you're starting over. Which that happens in every cooking show I've ever watched. They're always just like, oh, the caramel, and they're making caramel and they just forget about it. Shit.
Yep. I get that.
That's Cynar to me, but in an endearing way, fucking.
It's very herbaceous, I'd say.
Yeah. Picture a turnip covered with burnt caramel, ready to turn up. You know what I'm saying? That turnip is ready to turn up with some burnt caramel. I go burnt caramel glaze on a turnip.
Okay. God, that's sick, man. That's very oddly specific. And yeah, I mean, I'm not actually a huge turnip guy. They always taste like dirt to me, but
never. I don't even know what a turnip looks like. Yeah, exactly.
Turnips and radishes, I'm always like, they're the same in my opinion. But
same.
I mean, yeah, I get what you mean, where it's like it definitely tastes, it maybe starts sweet, but then it kind of ends pretty bitter. It might be the opposite of a Sour Patch, you know what I mean? Where it's you take a sip and it's like, oh, and then it's like, oh, that's a little sharp on the palate. But again, designed to make your stomach, feel a little bit better, a little bit more at ease. So if you wake up in the middle of the night, you got some stomach issues, maybe
throw some Cynar,
throw some Cynar in there, and just you'll be fine. So that's how like I said, traditionally enjoy Amaro is maybe on the rocks, maybe put a peel of citrus in there, and you're ready to rock. But again, just real quick, do you like it, or do you think it's a little missed, on your palate?
I could
definitely
no wrong
answers
it.
Here.
No, I could definitely see it as a place. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of a sneaker that is the equivalent to not everyone loves, but is one of those oh, he has that, so I know that he's in the culture. He knows what the fuck he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
He's rocking the CPFMs with the fur that looks like a gremlin or some shit. So hey, why not?
Why not? And again, a lot of bartenders will know, if you ask for Cynar, they'll be like, okay, I see it.
This guy knows. Okay.
Yeah, this guy knows what's up. So you're exactly right, man. So it's kind of the inside tips, inside rules kind of thing. But With that said, man, I think we got to throw it over to you to get folks, an inside look at what's kind of going on inside the dome of yours. Again, with these Sprintz episodes, like I said, they're just a little bit, interpretations, little snippets, little bits of what really goes down in the regular program, regular scheduled program. So take it away, man. Tell us about this draft you kind of came up with.
Yeah, so basically I came up with this because I was just recently watched the movie. I watched Alien Romulus. Holla at that movie, by the way. Try to get tickets. This shit is good. Try to sit in the middle, J13. But anyway, basically, I was like, you know what? Let me I was tasked basically to come up with a draft, and I was like, what is a weird drafty thing that kind of reflects my life? So I was like, okay, what are the top 3 snacks one can sneak into a movie theater without getting or spilling it on their shoes and getting into their seats, and not because again, snacks at movies are like $45 for a thing of popcorn and a drink. So
ridiculous.
Hey, it's ridiculous. So it's like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna bring in my own food. BYOF. Like, what would you bring? This draft is what would you bring?
BYOF is sick.
What would you bring? Basically, try not to spill it on your shoes. So that okay. I mean that
sounds like a great.
That's the prompt.
Not only just on your shoes, just like don't get caught, kind of thing. So
yeah, true, right? Like.
I love that. I mean, I think because it came from your mind, man, I think we got to go with your first selection. So take it away.
My first pick is kind of funny. It is calamari. I would come through with a bag or a Tupperware or something, some calamari, or any fried seafood, really, any fried appetizer, really. But calamari is up there, so I would bring in calamari to a movie theater.
You are legit a sicko. Like, who would bring fried seafood? Like, are you bringing marinara with it?
No, man. We eat that shit dry. Maybe a lemon wedge. That's it. This is the movies. We're not trying to dip. We gotta watch the movie. You know what I'm saying? So.
I mean, but good thing you brought some acid in there. I love that. And again, for folks who are just tuning in, growing up used to go to the movies all day on the weekends with his family, and they just sneak in and just movie hop. Yeah. 3 movies.
Like
absurd.
We would time it perfectly, and that shit never overlaps because previews are 20 minutes. So boom, boom, boom. Yep. Come outside and be like, damn, we've literally ate lunch at the movies. Hey, why not? So
again, this is a time, I guess, before ticket checkers and all that.
Before the velvet ropes. Yeah.
Before the velvet ropes. Okay, let me jump in here real quick. So what's your first pick? Again, so you said snacks to start, but now you're saying calamari, so I'm okay. So I was worried you're gonna just be like chips. I'm like, okay, like I don't want to get anything that you could probably find at the movie theater. Yeah. My first pick, I'm surprised this is still on the board. I'm gonna go with a hero sub or an Italian hoagie. So any long cylindrical sandwich that I could, when it's cold, put up the
hold
sleeve.
It up. Yeah.
Totally fine. Just sneak right in there.
I like elite. That. How are you gonna hide it? Up the sleeve. I love that. Like calamari's in the fucking cargo pant pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like in the low one, because that shit can be oily. But
what? Yeah, you don't put okay. I mean,
Sandy is a fucking good ass.
Of course, you roll it up there. You got the whole spread.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. So, take us with your second pick, my friend.
All right. So now I'm picturing how I'm going to smuggle this shit in. But my second pick are wings. So basically, they could be bone-in or boneless, whatever. If make sure you bring some napkins. But I think I would smuggle it in through a little kangaroo pouch, if you will, in terms of a hoodie. If you're not rocking a hoodie, put them in the shorts, like bunch them up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would definitely bring in some wings. That's a top tier.
Just wings in your pants. That image is so sick.
Just like trying to get through the ticket booth.
Buffalo wings either.
No, dry rub. You gotta have a dry rub. You can't have some sauce on those motherfuckers because you don't want them that shit rolling down your leg, hitting your shoes. Like it'd be real tough.
You'd be compromised. God, I love that. Okay, my number 2 pick it's kind of similar, but I'm gonna go with orange chicken. So I'm gonna go orange chicken in the with the to-go Chinese box. You kind of stole my move, but I was gonna put it in the hoodie pouch up front. The kangaroo pouch.
That's chicken spout. Yeah, that's a chicken pouch. Like that's the only. Yeah, but
and you can put chopsticks anywhere, dude. You can put them like under your arm, or ear.
You could probably bring chopsticks into a movie theater. No one would say anything. They'd be like, whatever. That fucker has chopsticks. Okay. But,
of course.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your third pick, my dude?
So I've done this before. I repeatedly do this, not even for parties and stuff. This is for me, for my own enjoyment. I make a Chex Mix medley, right? And these are the ingredients. And don't knock it till you try it.
Okay.
All right. So I come up with this little medley. I have pizza flavored combos, chocolate covered pretzels, chunks of Rice Krispies, crunchy Cheetos, and movie popcorn all together in a little, like, just mix it up. And dude, that is the best snack one can have. It's salty, it's sweet, it's also a little cheesy here and there.
Wow, I gotta try it. I mean, because
Yeah,
some wild flavors all around the board.
all around, but you got to mix it up, and it's like a 1-to-1-to-1-to-1-to-1 ratio. You know what I'm saying? Because there's 6 items in there, so
Okay.
it's amazing. So
you're doing so chunks of Rice Krispie, are they like the cereal, Rice Krispie cereal? Or are they doing
nah, fam, like the
the
marshmallow
bars?
You gotta cut them you gotta cut them in little cute, and you don't want to overpower the medley because you also have the chocolate covered pretzels. So hey,
Jesus Christ, this is all over the place. My
oh yeah,
God.
sweet, savory, cheesy, fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just
God, that's
like
sick. But like, you do have to buy the movie theater popcorn, so I don't know if that actually counts, kind of thing.
True. The movie theater popcorn is an added bonus. You need the bag though. You know what I'm saying? So you can shake up the whole thing.
You need the bags. Yeah,
So-
you need the bag or the big tub and just kind of rip it. But I that's sick. I can't believe you've done that before. Again, that is
do that all the time.
unbelievable. I mean, that's so many ingredients. But mine, I'll go right to the point because it's only one ingredient, and this might actually. I haven't been to the theater in a while, but
Okay.
I'm going to go with a bag of seeds. You know, you'll bring those in there. Maybe just ask for a cup or like a Ziploc bag. You just throw a handful in there, and you just whole time.
And you're
just
good.
Tossing
Yeah.
them, dude.
You don't even need to smuggle that in a Ziploc bag. Just put the whole pouch in your mouth and just walk
right.
in
What are they
there
gonna
with
do?
You're gonna be like, all right, that guy looks weird. He looks like the villain in Men in Black. Like, what the fuck's wrong with his face? But I mean,
Yeah. That might have been a cop out, but I mean, I think
I love that. Yeah,
I think you could bring almost all 3 of mine on one body. You know, you got the sub
Definitely.
up the arm, you got the orange chicken in the pouch, and you got the seed just in your mouth like a sicko.
Yeah, mine you can definitely not bring on one. You need a buddy. Like, like unless you're wearing like heavy duty, like just fucking Dickies or some
SWAT
shit.
attire.
Yeah, exactly. Like just a vest with like hella pockets. So
just Kevlar. God, that is so sick. Well, as always, folks, again, please let us know who won that draft or what draft you like more. Again, I went with, to summarize on my side, I went with that orange chicken. I went with a hero sub as my first pick and rounded off with some sunflower seeds. S went all over the place with calamari to wings and his own little, Chex Mix medley, which again, we might need to see him make that live once, just,
it's
know,
like 1-to-1 ratio.
that is actually,
just a cup of each. You know what
I
I'm
might
saying?
have you go to the movie theater and get popcorn to go and then make it at home kind of thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just to really see if it's really legit. But folks, if you have enjoyed this sprint, I hope you are maybe approaching your house, maybe you're getting home, maybe you're just getting ready to put food on the table. We really do appreciate it. As always, please like and subscribe. Let us know what we did right and what we did wrong. You can follow us over on our socials. We're at Instagram at Sips and Sneaks Pod, and also Twitter and YouTube at Sips and Sneaks. And also check out our website. It's sipsandsneaks.com, where you can find all the reviews in writing, and you can also see our sip rankings. I'm going to be very intrigued to hear what your thoughts are on this, Cynar, artichoke, herby, bitterness. It's your first Amaro, which kind of my fault. I don't think we should have had this as your first Amaro.
I can bang with it. You know what? I love the Italian culture because they were just like, hey, what's a drink? Like post meal, like we still want to keep the buzz going. Oh, let's come up with a drink, and then this is it. So it's like,
God, they know how to do it, brother. Right?
They do know how to do it. Yeah, they sustaining a buzz is key. So
sustaining a buzz is key, man. Words to live by, but responsibly as always. My man, I got nothing else. I will bid you farewell, and we will see everyone else next time on Sips and Sneaks. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.